Abuja, the protest by a coalition of civil society groups demanding an end to the alleged exploitative activities of Nigerian commercial banks entered its second day on Thursday. Our correspondent who monitored the second day of the protest reports that a particular commercial bank, which has been picketed for the second consecutive day, was limited to offering skeletal services for the most of the day. Customers who were at the bank for services accessed the banking hall through an alternative entrance disclosed by the security and other staff of the bank. Well, the focal person of the group of protesters explains their demands.
Demand one is they should release the statement of account of Maiden System Limited. Number two, they should stop every fraudulent activities going on in Maiden System Limited accounts. All the hidden charges, conspiracies, impersonations, the thefts they do from people's accounts, we want it stopped. Come to think that yesterday was Consumer Care Day, and we were here. CBN appreciated us. They came out, they took our letter, they answered us.
Well, joining us now to discuss the protest against alleged malpractices by banks is Flora Elekwa. She's the Director, Contacts and Mobilization Coalition of Civil Society Organizations Against Banks Practices. Thank you so much for joining us on the news tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
So your protest entered day 2 today because we expected you yesterday. I heard a bit of your soundbite at the protest ground, but tell Nigerians watching tonight, what exactly is the grouse here?
Thank you very much. Good evening. Good evening, viewers. Thank you for having me on the program. It revolves around a petition by the coalition of civil society organizations. You know, after we read from the newspaper publications, online news about a particular company in Nigeria, Middle System Limited. They are deal with Sterling Bank. We're like, how does this go? Yes, despite every other fraudulent activities we all know, you go to bank, in fact, you don't even know what they charge you for, okay? It is good for them. They are entitled to the charge, some of the charges that they do because they run operational costs. We understand that. But you find out that sometimes you don't even know how much is expected per withdrawal or per transaction. You don't know. You just see charges. Sometimes you see 53.75, sometimes it's 56.75, and then at some points they are sending you bulk charge, electronic SMS and all of that. Now, you'll find out there are situations also where people do transactions and it fails, it declines. Now, you're expecting this money to reverse. It doesn't reverse. Okay, by CBN policy, they said within 24 hours. Within 24 hours, this money does not reverse back. You go to the bank, you are asked to fill a form, for how many working days, and then you do that. After the number of days you are given, you go back there, you are asked to come back. Again, most times people are frustrated by the time you think the fuel you burn or the money you pay to go to this bank to process just this little amount. Okay? It's worse with the common man in Nigeria.
Okay, so I hear you, but you did picket just one commercial bank, and initially you mentioned just one company. So is this really about one bank and that company, and not Nigerians?
It's not about this particular bank per se.
So why did you picket
all the banks in Nigeria? Why we picked this particular bank is because of this ordeal between them and Middle System Limited.
So this protest is about Middle.
It's about Middle is about what people go through in the bank. You see, this is an opportunity for us to put it out there. There has to be a voice. There has to be somebody to call them out. Okay? Now, we read that Middle assessed a facility to do a job, and they did, and they repaid, and the bank says, and then at some point they started seeing withdrawals from the account, and they approached Sterling Bank. Why this? And they said, you have not finished your repayment. Okay, can we have our statement of account? From the news, I think it is since 2010 that this has lingered. By the way, they went to, they wrote a petition to the House of Assembly Committee on Public, whatever. Then those people assessed the situation, investigated, and then referred them to IG of Police. Police also did their investigation and called on, made a recommendation that Central Bank should look into the matter and resolve between the two. Unfortunately, they didn't. Even yesterday, we were Central Bank to lodge a complaint.
That brings us to my next question, because you were indeed at the headquarters of the CBN yesterday.
Yes.
What were your specific demands from the CBN, and what was the response like?
Yes, our specific demand from CBN was that they bring Sterling Bank and this company together. The reason we insist on that is that it can be anybody tomorrow. It can be you, it can be me. Do you understand? Now, we'll talk about corruption. Corruption is not just about the perpetrators, but those that see it and they keep quiet. And this is the reason we're out to say we're not going to allow this to become a norm. It's definitely not going to be. It's not only these people. First Bank, there was a woman that joined us, one of the directors in the protest. Her own was with First Bank. First Bank placed a watch on her BVN for no just cause. She can't withdraw for the past 1 year and 4 months. And they have no reason for that.
Okay. All right. Thank you for making the voices known on the situation. Flora, Elekwa, what did the CBN say? The
CBN said they were going to look into the matter and they will make sure it is resolved.
So you do have a response. And you're happy with that?
Yes, we're happy with that.
Flora Elekwa is the Director Contacts and Mobilization of the Coalition of Civil Society Organizations Against Banks Practices. I never knew your organization existed until your protest yesterday. So everything about banks practices.
We've been out there, not only bank practices, not only bank practices. We had protested against child maltreatment.
And then but the name of your organization does suggest bank practices, but well done, Flora, and thank you for being here.